Hello everyone. Let us begin with the textbook, Unit 1 prose section, and we are going to deal with the first lesson, My Lost Dollar by Stephen Leacock. My Lost Dollar. Dollar is the name of currency of America. Lost uh, when we don't get it back. So lost. The meaning of the lost. We don't find or we lose the hope of getting it back. So, in this way, Stephen Leacock, through the title of the lesson, tells us about my lost dollar. In this lesson, he describes how he lost his dollar and what happened when he gave a dollar to someone and how he didn't get it back, and at last what Stephen Leacock decides to do, and this is the description in this lesson. In this skit, My Lost Dollar, Leacock is very worried for two reasons. In the first place, his friend Todd has borrowed a dollar from him. A dollar means $1 from him and has conveniently forgotten to return. And in the second place, there is every possibility that he himself might have borrowed a dollar from someone else and forgotten to return it. In this lesson, the writer Stephen Leacock describes two things. One, uh, Todd, his friend Todd, has borrowed a dollar from him and forgotten to return it back to Stephen Leacock. So, this is one thing. So, how he thinks about his lost dollar, this is described in this lesson. Second thing, he himself thinks that he might have borrowed a dollar from someone else and forgotten to return it. So, what he thinks to do now, that is also described here in this lesson. This is very humorous lesson when Stephen Leacock tries various attempts to make his friend Todd to remember about the dollar which he has given him at some time, and his friend Todd has forgotten to return it back to the writer Stephen Leacock. So this is very humorously described. There are some incidents when Stephen Leacock tries to make him remember about the dollar. This is very uh, jokingly or humorous way he describes in the lesson. Now, what happens and what is the incident when Stephen Leacock gives his friend Todd a dollar? Now, the lesson begins. My friend Todd owes me a dollar. In the very beginning of the lesson, he tells us that my friend Todd, means Stephen Leacock's friend Todd, this is the name of his friend Todd, Todd, owes me a dollar. Owes me a dollar means he has to give $1 to Stephen Leacock. He has borrowed a dollar from Stephen Leacock, so he means Todd owes me a dollar. He should repay the dollar to Stephen Leacock. A dollar means $1. He has owed it. Owed it means he has borrowed it to me for 12 months. For 12 months. It is the incident 12 months before. Okay, he has borrowed it from me, and this has happened 12 months ago, and I fear there is little prospect of his ever returning it. Now, in these 12 months, I tried to make him remember about a dollar, but I think he has forgotten it. So the writer says, I fear there is little prospect, there is no chance at all for his ever returning it. Means Mr. Todd will never return that dollar which he borrowed from me at some time. So this is the fear in my mind that there is no chance of his ever returning it. I can realize whenever I meet him that he has forgotten that he owes me a dollar. I can realize whenever I meet him that he has forgotten that he owes me a dollar. Whenever the writer Stephen Leacock meets his friend Todd, and from his expression and from his talking, Stephen Leacock uh, knows now that Todd has forgotten that dollar and he owes me a dollar. He owes me a dollar, means he has borrowed a dollar from me and he should return it to me. This thing he has forgotten. Whenever I meet him, I realize this thing that he has forgotten my dollar. He meets me in the same frank, friendly way as always. Though he has forgotten my dollar, but whenever we meet, he meets me with a friendly manner, frank and friendly way as always. Actually, $1 is nothing. In India, whenever we take a rupee from our friend, uh, do we take it back? Do we take it back? Do we demand a rupee from our friend? No. But this writer, Stephen Leacock, is very much conscious about his dollar. He says that my friend Dodd has borrowed the dollar, it means that he should return it to me. So, whenever they meet, the writer Stephen Leacock thinks about a dollar, but Todd never thinks about a dollar. So now Stephen Leacock has realized that he will never return it back to me. My dollar has clean gone out of his mind. He never mentions, whenever he talks with me, he never mentions about that dollar. So now I realize that I I have uh, realized that whatever dollar I gave to him, it has clean gone out of his mind. It has gone out of his mind, of the mind of Todd. I see that I shall never get it back, and now this is true. This is fact that he will never return it back to me. This is my thinking. On the other hand, I know that I shall remember all my life that Todd owes me a dollar. Though my friend Todd has forgotten that dollar, but I shall remember all my life that dollar. That I had given a dollar to my friend Todd and he never returned it back to me. I shall remember this thing up all my life. It will make no difference, I trust, to our friendship. The problem is this: it will not affect our friendship. There will be no effect on our friendship because of my this thinking. It will make no difference, I trust, to our friendship. But I shall never be able to forget it. I shall never be able to forget it. I shall never forget that dollar. which I gave to my friend Todd. I don't know how it is with other people. How other people think, I don't know. But if any man borrows a dollar from me, I carry the recollection of it to the grave. Whenever some people borrows a dollar from me at any time, I carry the recollection. I remember that dollar until my death. Until my death. This is how our writer Stephen Leacock is. He never forgets his dollar or his uh, economic uh, behavior. If any man borrows a dollar from me, I carry the recollection of it to the grave. I will never forget the dollar until my death. This is the attitude, this is the thinking of Stephen Leacock. Let me relate what happened. Now he is describing actually what had happened at that time when I gave a dollar to Todd, my friend Todd. So let me relate what happened. Now this is the incident. Todd borrowed this dollar last year on the 8th of April. Todd, my friend, borrowed this dollar last year on the 8th of April. I remember the date also. This is 8th of April. I mention in bracket. I mention the date in case this should ever meet Todd's eye. If Todd reads this lesson, this text, and if he see the date 8th of April, then he may remember about the incident and he will return my dollar at some time. So that's why I mentioned this date 8th of April for the purpose of remembering uh, to Todd, just as he was about to leave for Bermuda. Bermuda is the name of the country, and he was about to leave for Bermuda. He was going to Bermuda. He was going to Bermuda. At that time, this incident happened. He needed a dollar in change to pay his taxi. When he was going to Bermuda, and when we both went at the station, so while paying the fare of taxi, he needed a dollar in change. He did not have change with him, so he needed a dollar to pay the bill of taxi to fare of taxi, and I lent it to him. It was very normal thing. He demanded a dollar from me, and I gave a dollar to my friend Todd. He needed a dollar in change to pay his taxi, and I lent it to him. I gave it to him. It happened quite simply and naturally. This happens naturally when someone, our friend or relatives, demands some change. In India, 1 rupee, 10 rupees, or 5 rupees, and if we have, we give. This is very normal thing. So that happened simply and naturally with me. I hardly realized it till it was I hardly realized it till it was all over. I did not think anything, and the incident happened within seconds, without any thoughts in my mind about losing that dollar. About losing that dollar, I hardly realized it uh, till it was all over. It was all over. It ended. That incident ended within seconds. I did not think anything about that dollar. So it was all over. So this was the incident. He merely said, while paying the fare of taxi, he needed a dollar, and he merely said, he just said, "Let me have a dollar." Stephen Leacock, my friend, let me have a dollar. Will you? आहे तुझ्याकडे दे मला $1. He just said, "Let me have a dollar. Will you? Do you have a dollar in change?" And I said, "Certainly." Is a dollar enough? Certainly, yes, I have a dollar. Is a dollar enough? एकच डॉलर पाहिजे का? अजून जास्त पाहिजे का? Is a dollar enough? I believe, in fact, I know that when Todd took that dollar, he meant to pay for it. I thought when Todd took a dollar from me, then he would return it to me. I did not think that he will never return and I will lose my dollar. I never thought about it. It was very simple thing, and it happened very naturally. He needed a dollar, he demanded a dollar from me, and naturally, instantly, I gave it to my friend Todd. He sent me a note from Hamilton, Bermuda. After some days, he sent a note, letter from Hamilton, Bermuda. Name of place Hamilton is name of place in Bermuda country. So he sent me a note from there, from that country, Hamilton. I thought when I opened it that the dollar would be in it. I thought that when I will open that envelope, that note, I will find a dollar. Means he might have sent me a dollar which he borrowed me while leaving for Bermuda. So when I saw that note he sent from Hamilton, Bermuda, I thought that when I opened it that the dollar would be in it. But it wasn't. There was no dollar in that envelope. He merely said that the temperature was up to nearly 100. He just said that, he merely said that the temperature was up to nearly 100. The temperature of Hamilton. The temperature of Hamilton was nearly 100. 100. The figure misled me for a moment. He, in his note, he mentioned the figure 100. So for some time, the figure misled me. Misled me. I was thinking about my dollar. When I saw that figure